Hey, it's Rob at EMPI. We are going to be doing an EMPI Dealer Interview. Today we're lucky enough to have Steve Hull, Bugformance Sacramento, joining us. Steve, thanks for making the time.
Thank you for having me down.
Great to see you. Glad to have you. So let's talk to the audience. Bugformance is the name that I remember from quite a while ago. You've been serving the Sacramento area for how long?
45 plus years now. I believe it's maybe 47 if I really do my math right.
Okay, that's impressive. So this is a family operated business, right? Your parents are still kind of involved in the mix?
They're
okay.
not day-to-day business, but they're still involved.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
And you're the general manager, right?
I am. I run it with I have a surface rider who's been with me for 30 years, Will Springer.
Yep.
He's a great guy. He's like a brother to me. So it's very family oriented.
Great. And then you sell parts.
Yes.
Right? You sell EMPI parts.
Sell a lot of EMPI parts.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You work on vehicles.
Yes, we
right?
do a lot of work on vehicles. A lot of anything air-cooled, we can handle it.
All right.
From basic tune-ups to full restorations, other than we don't do the paint and body, but we can help you with it, but we do everything in between.
Okay. So anything mechanical, that's in your wheelhouse?
Yes, anything mechanical. Yep.
So you've got your rider you said you've been working with for 30 years.
I think he's been here 35, but yes,
35, okay.
Yeah.
And then the rest of your staff in terms of maintenance and service?
Mechanic Alan's been with me, I think a little less than I have, so he's close to got 38 years, believe it or not.
Okay.
I've got a new, younger mechanic, Daniel, who's been with me for about 10 years now. Okay. Great guy, trying to keep the hobby going, get a little younger guy in there to, that keep us older guys in check, but it's nice to have somebody new.
And that is one of the challenges in the space, right? A lot of folks in the Volkswagen air-cooled space are aging out, let's be blunt. So the fact that Steve and his team is bringing in a young guy at 50, I think that's great news.
Yes, it's been nice to us, and we know that. The hobby is changing a little bit, but the demographics are getting a little older. We got to get some younger people back in there, and but that's what we're trying to do. Gotcha. So try to keep it going. I want to keep this hobby going as long as we can.
Okay. So let's recap. So Bugformance has got a beautiful showroom in Sacramento. What's the address for those who?
1620 El Camino Avenue. Okay. We're in the heart of Sacramento.
There you go, the heart of Sacramento. And it's not hot up there right now, is it?
Oh, not at all. Not right now.
So we got parts. We got an awesome showroom. People can walk in, they can look, touch, feel.
Get advice from us. Okay. If we don't have it in stock, we'll be glad to order it. I order EMPI once a week. Try to keep a lot of stuff in stock. But if not, come down and visit. Give you a tour, show you the shop and everything.
So one of the things that we've talked about off camera is this kind of happening where people are bringing cars that have been off the road for 10, 15 years, they want them back on the road.
Yes.
You were talking about a Super Beetle that a nice older lady has. Can you give the audience some scoop there?
She, I think she built this car about 20 years ago. It's a 71 Super Beetle convertible. She decided to get running after sitting for 10 years or so.
Oh, wow.
So we took it in, put it on one of our 3 lifts, and took all the brakes apart, give her an estimate on fixing, get it back running again. Needs a whole new fuel system, new tank and stuff like that, and a lot of brakes, but we're starting to see that people are seeing the value in these cars, and they're bringing them back out of the garage, and we want to help them. Yeah. I want to help them. Again, keeping the hobby alive.
And I'm guessing that's not a money proposition. That's I love that old car and I want to drive it again.
Exactly right. Okay. She almost didn't care what it cost, but we try to work with her and anything. But it was a love for her. She built this car. I can't say that she's had it for a long time, but it meant something to her. Yeah. So.
And I would guess it's pretty typical, a car that's been off the road, fuel system's all gummed up, brake hoses are probably dry, crumbly, cracky.
It did. It needed every single brake piece. It really did. But we have a lot of stuff in stock. We could help her. We didn't have to probably order too much. But we see that a lot when they sit. This gas just eats up the gas tanks and all the fuel line and everything. So, but I got a good mechanic to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then after that, getting this car on the road, relatively easy?
I think she's going to add some more stuff to it. Does need a lot of little stuff. She had the interior done quite a few years ago, but we're going to help her try to finish the rest of the car, and we're trying to get her ready so she can go to Cars and Coffees and local Volkswagen events.
Okay. So this might be a great example. If you've got a project and you're stuck, obviously if you live anywhere near Sacramento, you should call Bugformance and talk with Steve and his team. I think the worst thing is a car just sitting and an owner saying, I'm not sure where to go, I'm not sure what to do. If you talk with somebody like Steve, him and his team, they've done this before, number one. Number two, this is not a get rich kind of a situation, right? This is a love of the hobby.
It is. It exactly love a hobby.
So if you need help, you should call Bugformance, excuse me. And the phone number is?
916-929-4320. Had the same phone number for since day one.
Wow.
Also, we're easy to get on the web, bugformance.com. We start doing more Instagram. We even have a text line. I apologize, don't know the number right now by heart, but we have a great text line. You don't want to call us, don't want to email us, text us. We'll be glad to text you back and help you fulfill your dreams of building your car or selling you some parts.
There you go. Steve, Bugformance, they want to help you. So you touched on shows. Your background in shows is pretty substantial. Can you share with the audience what you've done?
Well, my family and I have ran the Sacramento BugORama for the last 45 plus years. Unfortunately, we lost our raceway where we held the event for all these years. But that being said, we have a new show in Roseville called the NorCal VW Classic. One thing good about it, other than the other show, it's a one-day event. It's got grass, it's got a raffle, it has a shade, it's just a low-key vibe, great for the family. Again, trying to keep the hobby alive, keep the sport alive for the younger people to fulfill their dreams or to keep it carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all get inspiration. We go to shows, we see what other people are doing, we see different projects, we get different interpretations of what a Volkswagen can look like and what it can do. So if you haven't been to a Volkswagen show lately, I'm going to encourage you to go to one. If you live in the Sacramento area, you're near Roseville, I'm obviously going to encourage you to go to the Classic, which is September 29th?
September 29th, okay. Sunday. It's a whole weekend of events. On Friday night, the local VW club does a VW invasion on Friday night at a burger joint in Citrus Heights. Saturday morning, Soto's doing at the museum, the Tau Museum, they're doing a bus show, and then later on in that Saturday night they're doing a Combi Man movie that was made from I believe a guy in Australia made this movie. They're showing it at a drive-in. Okay. I'm sorry I don't have all the specifics yet, I haven't even signed up for it myself, and then after that Sunday's the big day with our NorCal VW Classic and at the grounds in Roseville. Okay.
So I'm going to hope and guess that event information will be added to your website?
Yes, it's on we have two websites, BugORama.com, and we have a new one, NorCalVWClassic.com. If not, you can always, we have both Facebook pages for all of our Bugformance and BugORama and NorCal Classic, or don't hesitate to call us at Bugformance. Be glad to give you the information. Will's there waiting for your call right now.
Sure. So speaking of supporting the hobby, I don't know if you're familiar with, for example, Pierside Parts. You're obviously now familiar with Bugformance, but you might not be familiar with the whole family. So what I'd like to do here is introduce some new players to the mix.
Yeah. Nice to see you guys. We're coming in to invade you guys.
I love it. I love it. So from the, oh, here we go. They're moving. Okay. So from the left, that's Mike Hull, and he's an account manager here at EMPI. And then middle is Larry, or they call him Baby Larry. He is our shop foreman here at EMPI. So we are fortunate enough, even though Pierside unfortunately had to close, we were fortunate enough to get Larry on our team, and then Mike followed him shortly thereafter. So what I've got here is, I think you said 30-something. Larry, how long you been in Volkswagen?
Jeez, since I was 12 years old. Okay.
So a long time, and then Mike?
Mike, same thing, long time, 35.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to conservatively say there's probably 60 years, 70 years of Volkswagen knowledge in those three heads right there. So if you went to a BugORama in the last, 15 years, these are the guys, the whole family is running it. You can thank them. If you had a great time at an event, you can thank these guys. This new Classic event, same crew. Larry and Mike, they'll be working at EMPI during the week. They fly up to Sacramento. They get together with Steve. They put on this awesome show on Sunday the 29th. So what I wanted to do was share this family's experience. When people say, yeah, my family's into Volkswagen, hold on a minute. Let's recalibrate slightly, because I've met their parents. They're into Volkswagen. Their three sons, they're into Volkswagen. But I was hoping, maybe Mike, we'll start with you. any particular Volkswagen stories, any family event type stories that you could share with the audience?
Well, you know how you get hand-me-downs from your brother, your older brother? Well, I got hand-me-down. I got a 65 Bug. I mean,
Okay.
Probably one of the coolest ones around town, but
Yep.
I got Steve's hand-me-down $65.
Okay.
65 Bug. But
That was nice.
Better my old shorts or
yeah,
pants,
exactly.
right?
But it's better than those old OP shorts.
That's
but
right.
It was a nice Bug. But then again, when I drove it around, that's Steve's old Bug. That's
Right.
Steve's old Bug.
Okay.
I made it my own.
All right. So you maybe changed wheels and tires, you did something
Yeah, exactly.
interior?
He
Okay.
pulled off the 5 spokes that had it on there.
Okay.
I got the
Original
stock wheels.
5
I pulled up the
Original
good
5
stuff.
spokes.
Original 5
Yeah.
spokes.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. And then one of the times I was at Pierside for one of their open houses, Larry was talking with me about a dune buggy. Your dad was military, right? So you guys moved around a bit. So maybe you can share that story about the dune buggy?
Oh, geez. We used to ride in the back of the dune buggy with no seat belts, no helmets, no nothing.
Right.
No seat belts back then. It was like we were little, too, 4 or 5 years old.
And as I remember the picture, this is kind of like a little bit of a backyard welding project kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's the
So
one
it was
built-
pretty
that's the
stripped down.
first- That was the first dune buggy in Adak, Alaska, where I was.
Oh, really?
In
Okay.
1968. He built the first, took basically a body off it and put a roll bar on it. That was a dune buggy back then,
Mm-hmm. Right.
1968. Yeah,
Nice.
That's what it was.
And he just let you guys tear around the countryside?
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Wow.
Crazy.
So if you think about all of this knowledge, all of this passion for Volkswagen, and not only are all three of these guys connected to EMPI, right? We've got an authorized EMPI dealer, full line EMPI dealer. We've got the shop foreman who, for example, builds our cars for SEMA. I wish I could show you what we're working on right now because it's pretty kick-ass. It is. And then we've got Mike who is actively working with our dealer base, helping EMPI parts get out to the community and around the world to keep your project back, keep it on the road or get it back on the road. So guys, I have to say, you know, without getting too mushy here, I love what you all do. I know you all relatively well, and I know you guys make it happen every day. You all make EMPI look great, and I really appreciate that. What I want to encourage you to do, if you're a Volkswagen owner, if you've got Volkswagen keys in your pocket, you need help, you should call Steve. You really should call Bugformance. If you are not anywhere near California or Sacramento, get on our website, find a dealer locator. Not every dealer does all the things Steve does, right? They don't all have shops, they don't all have walk-ins, they don't all have lifts and mechanics. But Bugformance has all of those things. And I know I want to see shops like that, not just sustain, but I want to see them grow and flourish. And I know one way we can do that is by driving more business their way. So if you're local, go see them. If you're not, give them a call.
If you're not, support your local dealer, support your local EMPI dealer, support the local guy, the local family like us in town that you're near, even if it's not us, and your local Volkswagen event. Without them, we can't keep this hobby alive, and that's why I'm down here doing this, also seeing some of the new products I have so I can take them up to Sacramento and give them to you guys. So again, support your local business.
And speaking of new products, Steve, you were mentioning new camshaft, you got one of those?
Right. EMPI's got this new cam line. Honestly, I got it yesterday before I left. I haven't had a chance. I opened it. That's it. We're gonna test one. We're gonna test it in a motor.
Yep.
I gotta see which size it is. We're gonna build the motor and get you some feedback.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Box is beautiful. Everything. But I'm so excited about the new products. I've seen some things on here that I can't talk about right now that they're coming out with. And believe me, it's great that they've some of this stuff that I think should have been on the market years ago. But I'm glad it's coming now. I really am.
You have
Very
about
excited.
20 hours on both those.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
And right now, EMPI is averaging about 2 new products a week. So if you're not connected with a dealer, you might not be getting the messaging. If you're not on our Instagram, I know you're not. So do us a favor, call Steve, get on his website. If you're local, check out this classic show September 29th. More importantly, if you don't see and feel the commitment that EMPI is making to air-cooled Volkswagen, I'm gonna ask you to look again. We're not messing around. We are serious. These 3 gentlemen are extremely serious. EMPI wants to see this hobby grow. I think you want to see this hobby grow. People like Steve, people like Larry, people like Mike, they make it happen every day. Mike, anything to add?
Well, Larry and I both came from the retail world, so we
Yep.
worked with Steve at Bugformance in Sacramento for years, down in Pierside and Huntington Beach for years.
Yep.
And I see a lot of different on the side of the sales part because it's easy to sell the product when I believe in it, and I do believe in it, and the new products that are coming out, the brands that we're coming out with, and the support from the dealers, and EMPI's really pushing on, you know, supporting all our dealerships. It makes my job pretty easy. You know, don't tell that to Carl, but
Well, we won't tell your boss. So we'll edit that part. And Larry, anything from kind of the shop angle?
I really enjoy it. I mean, if you've never been to this place, it's like Disneyland. It's the coolest place ever. For me, I mean, I probably work here for free. I shouldn't say that, but
No,
I mean, it's really cool. I mean, I really enjoy it. I really love what I do. Everybody we work with is cool. It's just a great place. It really is. I mean, we're trying to, every day it's making stuff better. That's what it's about.
No doubt.
And something new.
I think Larry brings a good point. If you haven't been to an EMPI open house, you should probably put one on your calendar. It sounds self-serving when I say I think we have an impressive place, but a lot of people don't know we're CNC machining, cylinder heads, carburetors, lots of little bits for Volkswagen. It's all happening here in Anaheim, California. Yes, we have a huge warehouse. Yes, we have a giant car show. More importantly, we have a really good time when we do our open house. So please make sure to follow us on socials. Check out our YouTube channel. We've got a lot of new content, like, for example, dealer interviews that we'll be publishing. So what I want to say is thanks so much for watching. I want to thank Mike, Larry, and Steve for joining us today. And I want to ask you to support local shops wherever you can. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.